All right, we're out here questing in the Hinterlands. It's the Burning Crusade pre-patch, and I'm using my favorite leveling build for rogues. A lot of people say you should just level as combat on a rogue, but I say level as subtlety. I really like this build. The whole idea is to ambush every mob you fight, and the ambush will hit super duper hard because you have improved ambush, 45% increased crit chance over an assassination. You have remorseless attacks for 40% more crit chance. So that's 85% crit chance on your ambush just from talents. Then you got bonus damage on ambush with opportunity. When you get to the higher levels, you get Master of Subtlety, Deadliness, and then increased agility. And then finally, Shadow Step is even more damage on your ambush. And if you're interested in playing this build, you can join the Simonize Show Discord, linked below every YouTube video. And you go read here first. Classic Anniversary Burning Crusade, talent builds, subtlety, and ambush leveling. It gives you the level by level. Hang on 1 second. This guy's trying to mess me up. Right, it gives you the macros for switching your weapons around, gives you a good list of weapons to use as you level up, different ones you can get, level by level talent progression. That guy's dead. Okay. Here, so the earliest you can do this build is about level 26, where you would use Remorseless Attack, Sinister Strike, Opportunity, Camouflage, and Improved Ambush. You get the essential talents to make the build function. But then at higher levels, you can go into a version with Hemorrhage instead of Sinister Strike, and you can ditch the Improved Sinister Strike talents. So that's how I would level all the way up to 70 with these talents. And again, if you want to see like macros for weapon swapping or any of that, that's all in the Discord. So you can see right here, you know, we got Blood Razor, Dazzling Longsword like that. And when I go into Stealth, it's macroed to put my Gut Ripper on. And then I can go Ambush. Big critical, hits for about 40% of his health. That's very good. And then when I cast either Hemorrhage or Ghostly Strike, those are macroed to go back to my, you know, weapons that are good for those abilities. So it works really, really, really nicely for killing, you know, equal or lower level enemies quickly. It's not as good compared to like combat for killing higher level enemies or fighting multiple enemies at once. But in my experience, most of the time when you're leveling, when you're questing, you're fighting one enemy at a time, and you know, you can arrange it so you're fighting, you know, equal or lower level enemies, and then this really just chews through them and dispatches them really quickly, and it's super fun too. I mean, I love it. Yeah, I mean, we kind of just got into the Hinterlands. We have a map full of quests. So we're just going to be going around questing, having a good time, ambushing a bunch of stupid trolls in the Hinterlands, getting experience, leveling up. The whole rest of my gear, this character is pretty well geared. You know, I have a main character with extra gold, so I'm able to, you know, buy nice things for my leveling character. We got a Nightscape headband. We got Medal of Courage. This was from a Stranglethorn Vale quest. Nightscape shoulders. You see they're made by my main character, Simonize 2, leatherworking. Make some good leather gear. Tracker's Cloak of Agility, Nightscape thing, this. We got the Tiger Hunter gloves, also from Stranglethorn Vale quest. Ogron sash, Basilisk hide pants. These Nightscape boots are a really good thing to get for this build. Increasing the effective stealth level makes it so you're less likely to be detected while you're trying to sneak up on enemies. So I really like that. Aquamarine Signet of the Tiger, Mark of Kern, and then we got the Gut Ripper for our ambush weapon, and we've got Dazzling Longsword in the offhand, and then Blood Razor as our Hemorrhage and Ghostly Strike weapon. Usually with this build, you'll want to have one weapon, one dagger for ambushing, and then one different weapon for Sinister Strike and Hemorrhage and Ghostly Strike, right? Because those weapons don't like using daggers, typically. Daggers scale very poorly with those abilities. Right. Yeah, I mean, this is just, yeah, we're just gonna quest now. Silvermane Stalkers, these stupid, I hate these stealth mob quests. I feel like they're so annoying. Going around trying to find mobs that are stealth. Oh, here's another one. Luckily, we're almost done with that. We're 8 out of 10. This is going to be number 9, so we'll only need one more after this. See if I can get that small thorium vein, too. I saw that on the minimap, started moving towards it, dude. Whenever a little yellow dot pops up, you know I'm running right for it. Oh, how am I going to get to this one? Can I go up here? Yeah, okay, yeah. Got it. Small thorium vein, skill up my mining. I'm planning on this character. I'm leveling up my mining. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do Mana Tombs stealth runs on this guy. Oh, an arcane I got an arcane crystal out of a small thorium. Those are still worth like 18 gold. 1779 last time I looked on the auction house. Let's go. That's a way bigger pickup than I was expecting out of that small thorium vein. All right, more trolls. Fight the trolls. Yeah. I'm thinking we're level 47, and there's some higher level dudes in the Jintha'Alor area. I'm thinking we'll go do the kind of lower level quests first that I don't really need extra power for, but then when we go to Jintha'Alor, I'm going to unboon the world buffs, gain a lot of extra power to be able to tackle those slightly higher level guys more easily. Stealth it up. You happen to have a rogue leveling talent build suitable for the Titan server? I don't think I have leveling builds posted for the Titan server. I think when I leveled up there, I basically just leveled as combat. And then as soon as I hit max level, I switched to a like mutilate build with Blade Flurry to do heroic dungeons. So that's not, you know, level by level talents for you, but hopefully that helps you. Get them. Scalper, 9 out of 15. We need quite a few more of them. Little bandage here. Recover some health. One thing when you're playing this build, it's, you know, like I said, it's very good at dispatching easy enemies quickly. You want to look for something. This guy, no mana bar. That Soothsayer, mana bar. A mob with a mana bar is going to have less health and less armor than a mob without it of the same level. Oh, shoot. I think I aggroed him through the wall. Okay, I'm going to back away a little bit. So, whenever you can, you typically want to fight enemies that have mana bars, because you'll just dispatch them that much quicker. See, my ambush dropped him to 32%. Compared to those soothsayers out front, the ambush was bringing them to like 50 or 60%. Huge difference in how much health these enemies have. Bandage up. But I'm looking for the lost tools also. Should be in one of these little troll places. There should be Slag Tree's lost tools. But it wasn't in the other ones I looked at so far. It's not in this one. We're going to have to keep going. Oh, here's a Skylord. Yeah, okay. Mess him up. Come by with a little ambush. 962 damage. Drops him to 60% health immediately. Taco Doc says, I never really watched any Titanforge content. Do they still not have skeletons in Chinese WoW? Yeah, there's like some, I think there are legal restrictions of like what you can show. Like you can't show human skeletons. So they replace all the like player corpses in the game with a little dirt pile and a gravestone, which I think is kind of cute and kind of funny looking. Also, the undead character models look different. Like all the like exposed bone is covered with like zombie flesh, basically. We just need 20 Savage Owl Beasts. Damn, gotta kill a lot of these. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be busy in Hinterlands. This is gonna be... there's a lot of quests to do here. Three Owl Beasts. I want to go west around this big hill. It looks like there's going to be another little troll area. I don't think I need to kill the Jade Oozes for anything. I don't need to go into this hill area with enemies and stuff. Oh, wait. The Slag Trees... Oh, Slag Trees Lost Tools are in here. Okay, I thought they were going to be in another troll area. I was wrong. Alright, what can we do up here? Are the tools even here? You know, they're not a guaranteed spawn. They can be in a lot of different spots. See a treasure chest. Don't see the tools yet, though. Scum-covered bag. Alright. Solid chest. Let me zoom my map in. Runed Mithril Hammer. Rare pattern. Okay. Yeah, I don't see the tools anywhere here. So, let's just bounce. Keep moving. Oh, here's the last stalker I need to kill. That's good. I don't have to worry about finding those stealthed idiots anymore. The tools just rode by on the boosted mount. Different kind of tool. Not the kind of tool I'm looking for. But also true. Yeah, also correct. Owl Beast over there. I'm going to grab this guy, then go back to this troll area there. I think racking up 20 Owl Beasts is going to be pretty hard, so I think I'm going to, whenever I see them, I'm going to prioritize getting them. Just hanging out, level 49 Blood Elf Paladin, chilling in the Hinterlands. Scalper. We're at 10 out of 15 on the Scalpers. Non-critical ambush. Kind of awkward. Pretty rare for that to happen. Or maybe my Remorseless attacks faded just before I ambushed. Then it's pretty reasonable for that to happen. Remorseless attacks up, 40% increased crit chance. This one's for sure definitely going to be a crit, okay? Boom! 855. I want to aggro this guy. If he aggroes before I'm done fighting this one, I won't be able to stealth, and then I won't be able to ambush him. So I wanted to move away, make sure he didn't patrol into me, so I can do that. I also macro Pickpocket into my ambush button. There's a little bit of a downside to this, which is if Pickpocket gets resisted, then you don't get to even attempt to ambush the target. So it gives you like a higher fail rate on trying to ambush. However, I really like it because I just don't have to think about pickpocketing, and I end up with a bunch of junk boxes in my inventory without really having to pay any attention to it. And then that levels up my lockpicking for me. Here we go. We got the Slag Trees Lost Tools. Perfect. Two more Scalpers. Proc you're looking for before you ambush? No proc. Not like a chance on hit type of thing. But whenever we kill a guy, you see when this guy dies, we're going to get a buff called Remorseless, which gives me a 40% increased crit chance on my next ambush. So I want to move It lasts 20 seconds. I want to move to my next target and ambush them before that buff goes away for a much higher chance to be a critical strike on the ambush. I thought there was one more troll over this way. Oh, we got 4 out of 10 soothsayers. I killed all the scalpers I needed. Or no, I think I'm shy 1 scalper. Either way, there aren't any more scalpers here. So let's move along. We're just gonna go through the zone. Like, we didn't get every single troll I needed, but we'll be back, so we can pick up the remaining ones when we double back. Stinkfist says you've gotten 4 Burning Crusade boxes while spamming Alterac Valley and just picking Vandar Stormpike's pocket. Okay, nice. Get anything good out of those boxes, or not so much? Or saving them for leveling up lockpicking once Burning Crusade comes out? Never think about Pickpocket before BRD? Yeah, I mean, I like just having Pickpocket in my stealth opener, because then I don't have to go out of my way to go to the, like, regions with junk boxes on the ground to level up my lockpicking. You know, it just kind of happens naturally, and I like that. But, you know, if the junk boxes and lockpicking leveling aren't important to you, then definitely don't macro the Pickpocket into your ambush, because, you know, it has a very real cost of you're going to resist Pickpocket sometimes and then not be able to ambush. Riser says, I was following your pickpocketing in ZG from TBC Classic pre-patch, the video. Said, I got 20 or so TBC lockboxes that I'm saving to level up after launch. Yeah, I imagine if you had, like, 60 lockboxes, that would be enough to go all the way to the maximum skill in Burning Crusade, because the max skill in Burning Crusade is only 350. So, like, if you get 60 lockboxes, like, that should take you all the way there. I might do that. I might save up some boxes to try to do that. I don't know, though. Oh, shit. Wait, dude. This place is on fire. Hold on. It being on fire means Highlord Kruul is here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a scouter on him. We're gonna see if we can find Highlord Kruul. If we find Highlord Kruul, then, like, maybe we go on my main and try to kill him. Boarhounds are here. Target Highlord. He doesn't stay in the zone forever. If you don't come to the zone quickly, he just despawns and goes away. Which is kind of lame if you're trying to form up a group for him. And then, like, you know, you get most of the people there, but then the boss just goes away. Some of these people might be looking for him. He leaves all these fire trails behind. This boss only exists during the Burning Crusade pre-patch event. After the pre-patch is over, this boss just completely goes away and you can never kill him again. He's very similar to Kha'Zix that you find in the Blasted Lands. Has like a similar set of abilities. He drops the same loot that Kha'Zix does, but this boss spawns super frequently. So if you want like a Blaze Fury Medallion or an Empyrean Demolisher or something, it's not terribly hard to get during the Burning Crusade pre-patch, because you can just hunt down Kruul and kill him way more frequently than you could kill Kha'Zix. I'm not seeing him, though. Maybe we've gone about this diversion for no good reason. Oh, wait, nope. Hand of Highlord. There he is, Highlord Kruul. Okay. Hang on. Highlord Kruul. Yeah, he's here. Okay. We'll do a little interruption to our questing in the Hinterlands. Where are the shards? You cannot hide them from us. Ambush him, show him who's boss. I don't think I could even sneak up to him. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can post in my guild Discord if anyone would want to join. Anyone want to do Kruul? He's up in Hinterlands. I've got the layer on Simonize her. I'm gonna guess most people don't want to do him because, I don't know, I've tried to do this boss before and that's usually what happens is people just aren't that interested. And you need like 20 people or something to kill him because his enrage timer is way faster than Kazak's enrage timer. And you kind of have to beat the enrage timer or else he kind of claps your entire raid. So we'll see if anyone responds from the guild Discord. Otherwise, we'll kind of just go about our business questing and just have to avoid Highlord Kruul here. Alright, we got our Violet Dragon. Why is it still showing? I looted it, right? Sprinkle's secret ingredient. Yeah, okay. That quest is done. Too bad it ain't sod. We could solo that sucker. Yeah, absolutely. Eat it? No, dude. I'm not gonna eat it, dude. I only have one. And it's impossible to get more. There's no way I could go back into that lake to get another one. We just gotta go back to questing. Defeating the Silvermane Howlers and getting Warmonger's Cloak of Defense. Let's go over here. We definitely got a bunch of quests here. Highvale Scout, Highvale Outrunner. Primitive Owl Beast is not the type of Owl Beast I actually need to be slaying. So, how about fuck them? We'll keep moving. I've killed these Infernal Hounds that get summoned before. They don't actually drop anything. There's no real, like, reason to kill them. But they're associated with Highlord Kruul. If Kruul is in the zone, he's spawning all those dudes around. There's a Shaman Totem. Horde Shaman Totem. You can tell by the appearance of it. Means someone else is here. Ever played a really dot-heavy level 30-ish rogue using Tainted Pierce and Blade of Corruption? It's a very specific level range, but feels very overpowered. That seems... no, I haven't done that. But that also seems just worse than ambushing the mob instantly for half of its health. Like, having some weapons that have a chance on hit to maybe put a damage over time effect on them, I think that's very much not a good plan. Oh, crap, I have to mine that multiple times. I think it's not a good plan because effects like that are a chance to trigger, and then they only gain their, like, full value if they trigger early, and then they have to stay on the target for a long time. It's like, a lot of times they're going to trigger when the mob has already lost half of its health or 3/4 of its health, and you're going to get significantly reduced value from that trigger. I would just say that that's just slower and worse than killing a mob quickly with instant damage abilities. Oh, what is this? Highvale Records. Escort out of the place. Okay. So I think while we do this quest, it will spawn some of the mob types that I actually need to kill, so that's nice too. Escort quests always a little awkward. Kind of slow. Snuck up on him to ambush, but like right as I got to him, he decided to aggro this guy and run away, and then I was out of position for the ambush. Destroyed. 1,000 damage. Come on. You doing okay? Not exactly. Let me knock down the mob that's attacking him. Got aggro on this one. So some of these mobs are ones that are spawning because of the escort quest, and they're also mob types that I need for my kill quest. So good like multitasking here. Do you have an alliance tune you plan on leveling at all, or no? Not on the anniversary realms, no. I mean, going to a different server, going to a different faction, like, I have to basically rebuild all my resources from scratch. And, like, you know, other streamers find that, you know, to be good content for them. And they get a lot of viewers leveling up from scratch and, you know, doing stuff like that. But in my experience, most of the people in my audience don't want to watch me do stuff like that, you know. I think most of the people that want to watch me, like, blast raids and stuff. So I really try to minimize the leveling content. It's a pretty big cost to me to, like, restart on a new faction or a new server from nothing. Here for pull-ups and granola bars. You know, I probably got to do the granola bar today. We're gonna be going long because we got Naxxramas starting in 4 hours, and then it'll go for another 3 hours. It means we're gonna be on for about 7 more hours. Dang it! I got fairy fired, so I can't go invisible. That's, can't stealth or invisible, so I can't do ambush. Alright, Rinji, you good yet? Good? We need one more wave of mobs, or what? We're good. Nice, okay. So, back to the building, finish off all the rest of the mob types that we need to kill. Big Hat sponsor this man. Dude, I tried to get a hat from Stetson, which is a very famous hat brand in the United States. But my head is so abnormally large that they refused to make a hat that would fit me. I looked on their website, and, like, the biggest they had was, like, a size 8, but I need at least an 8 1/4. And I messaged their customer service, and they were like, no, we can't make custom hat sizes for you. And then they linked me to their, like, you know, guide for how to measure how big your head is, which, you know, in my opinion was implying that I incorrectly measured my head. You know, I was trying to give them, you know, buy a fancy, expensive hat, and they're like, no, we can't make it any bigger. Yeah, there goes Highlord Kruul. No one has responded in the guild Discord. Unfortunate. Can't get it stretched the tiniest bit. I mean, look, I wouldn't buy a super fancy Stetson hat and then immediately get it stretched. Whenever you stretch a hat out, it deforms it a little bit. So like, yeah, I mean it's fine to do on like cheaper hats, but if you have like a really fancy hat, I wouldn't fuck with stretching it. Burn the High Veil report. I think that's the last report I need to burn around here. Third one. Now we just need to find the remaining mobs we want. High Veil Ranger, High Veil Scout. This area is pretty popular. We might have to group up with people. I like me some solo questing, but it could be a problem. Zugzug says, can I share a weak aura on Discord that plays the audio sound when an AV gate? Yeah, sure, whatever. No problem. They also make 8.5. Yeah. Wait. Thing. Hat size circumference of your head divided by pi. Yeah, don't worry, Taco Doc. I know how to read instructions on how to measure my head. I measured my head, and the sizes offered on the website were too small. Miss. Unlucky. Got him. XP per hour right now is at 32. Not great. But we haven't turned in any of the quests. When you do a big round of quests, the XP per hour at the start looks really bad. But then you get them all done, you go turn them all in, and it jumps up super high. Sulfur Ox Swords? No. We got Blood Razor, Dazzling Longsword, and then when we go into Stealth, I'm about to do, we go Gut Ripper. Boom, 1,000 damage ambush, half the health eliminated, insta. Got him. Good. What's this guy doing? He's just chilling on that island, I guess. I think I saw him there before. He might be AFK. Oh, I see a True Silver deposit. Alright, True Silver, very important for True Silver. Sell the ore, do not smelt it into a bar. The ore is worth so much more than the bars for True Silver. And I think that's true for most of the metals that have a uncommon quality ore. Because there's just a way higher demand for the ores that help characters who are leveling mining to power level mining. There's way higher demand for that than there is for these, you know, the metal bars for other professions. Wonder if these core hounds are killing some of the High Vale scouts that spawn near here. I saw them fighting other mob types in other areas of the zone. Fine. Back here. This is a huge kill quest, honestly. I think there's 45 mobs I'm supposed to kill. Outrunners, scouts, and marksmen, 15 of each, so a total of 45. It's a massive number of mobs to kill. Find fish, come in TBC. I don't know. I don't care. I never level fishing. I think it's actually 60. Is there a fourth type? Hang on. You're right. Wow, it's 60. Scout, outrunner, ranger, and marksman. Damn, that's cooked. Okay. When is the WoW news? Well, they announced that there's going to be an announcement tomorrow in the morning. 9 a.m. PST. I'll start the stream like 1 hour early and we'll watch it live on stream. And Dino says, you have your international negotiation tomorrow morning. Any tips? I have no idea what you mean by an international, like what? I have no idea what you're talking about, so I can't help you. An exam? Oh, well, if you have an exam, then it's just get a good night's sleep, you know, full night of sleep. And have a healthy breakfast and exercise in the morning. Easy peasy. This quest better be worth like 1 million experience, I swear. Oh, and study. I wouldn't compromise sleep or diet in favor of more time studying. I think good sleep and a healthy breakfast are more important than spending more, you know, hours or minutes studying. Alright, screw this quest. I think we'll come back later. This area's like super crowded. I'm gonna knock down, I guess there's 2 mobs over here I can get. But I'm not too keen on... God damn it! Bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah, we'll just go do some other quests for a while. Double back. Try to hit this later. God, that was annoying. I didn't see anyone coming. I was just going up to those mobs on my own, you know, and then they both got shot from behind my back by the goddamn hunter. Alright, what do we got over here? Witherbark Skull. Place the grim message. Okay. So we gotta kill some Witherbark trolls, get the Witherbark Skull, do that quest. Okay, Witherbark Skull acquired. That was pretty easy. Go over here, I think, is where it says I should do this. Oh, 20 Witherbark Skulls to create... Oh, okay, never mind. I need a bunch more of those. Alright, we'll keep killing the trolls for a while. Foreskinned says, new to Rogue, so quick question. Quick question for you first. Why on earth would you name your Twitch account Foreskinned? It seems like a very weird name. For sub, do you use Sinister Strike at all, or just Hemo to build points? Confused on rotation a little bit. Generally, if you have access to Hemorrhage, you're just going to use that, and you're not going to use Sinister Strike anymore. You know, you can change your Twitch name without having to, like, delete the account. Just letting you know that, by the way. You get, like, one name change every 6 months on each account or something like that. Jouster's leg plates. Oh my god, my inventory is filling up. Could run into an issue of running out of inventory space. Start deleting some of the crappy stuff. Scroll of Intellect, use that. Banana bread, no thank you. This is worth almost nothing. Do you have any other scrolls that I can use right away? Cured ham steak, get rid of that. We can do lockbox unlocking. I think I'm actually, yeah, I'm capped on my lockpicking skill right now. So I can unlock these and get rid of the inventory space, but I don't actually skill up at all. Alright, how many skulls are we at? 9? Okay. Pretty good. Might be a 100% drop chance here. Seems like we get them pretty easily. No. Trying to do the ambush. 1100 ambush. Like, I love that. Can you level at SM doors right now? I don't know. I didn't go there. I didn't try that. Wandering around, screwing up my ambush. Why are you playing Hemo? Isn't combat best leveling spec? Well, I don't think so. I think this ambush build is better for leveling. I mean, look at that. I just eliminated 60% of the mob's health with a single ambush and dispatched the mob extremely quickly. If you want to sit around and cast some fucking Sinister Strikes, like 5 Sinister Strikes per mob or whatever, be my guest. You can do that. It's not illegal. Zarfe, not Zarfe, Zadie says, hey Simonize and chat, hope we're having a great day. Yeah, good day so far. Got into a Zul'Gurub and an Onyxia on my level 60 characters. And now we're back on the Rogue, doing some low-level Rogue, doing some low-level leveling. And we've got Naxxramas later today. Naxxramas in about 4 hours, a little less than 4 hours. Hoping to get a King's Fall on my main rogue so that I can ambush boosted characters in Alterac Valley. That's the dream. Ambush one-shot the boosted characters. I need like one more troll, but they're all dead. Here we go. Bro, this is the hunter. I think this is the hunter that was, you know, getting my mobs over at Highvale. Or Quel'danil Lodge. Whatever it's called. Okay, I think this is where I'm supposed to do this thing. What just happened? Oh, I made the Laden Pike place at a Witherbark village. Place the grim message. Okay. Hopefully this works. Place the grim message. Complete. Okay. Why does it only have one skull on it? Wait, what do I need to do now? Click it? Why was it clickable? Oh well, whatever. We got the quest completion credit. What's down here? Undamaged Venom Sack and the Atal Eye Exile. Okay, we could do that. Then we can go back north up to this message to the Wildhammer quest again. I think we have to kill a bunch of spiders down here to recover a undamaged Venom Sack. Are you going to twink in TBC? I think what you mean by twink is make a low-level character that has really good gear and then just beat up on people that are trying to enjoy Battlegrounds fairly. No, I'm not going to do that. That doesn't sound very fun or appealing to me. Basically, you know, twinking was a thing, like, way back in original WoW, and it was stupid back then, and it's stupid now. I'm pretty sure twinking is just for people that can't cut it at max level PvP. So I think, like, you know, going into a low-level battleground with a completely overpowered character to just dunk on leveling characters is kind of like stupid thing to do. Like small PP energy type of activity. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's not an activity that really interests me. One-shotting boosted characters in a level 1 ambush? Yeah, well, okay, well, in that situation, it's different because I'm farming honor that I need to get gear, and it's simply the most efficient way to farm honor, okay? It's different. It's totally different, you guys, okay? Completely different than one-shotting boosted characters in Alterac Valley at level 60. I don't need any more of these Witherbark skulls, so they're probably just clogging my inventory. I'll delete them later. Yeah, look, just going into low-level battlegrounds, like, it doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't appeal to me, it's not interesting. I don't really do battlegrounds at max level or low level and, like, enjoy the experience. I'm usually only in there to grind honor and get out. I'm not really a PvP player. Rogues are so good at BG. It doesn't matter if my class is good at Battleground or not. If I'm not interested in doing PvP, it's not... It's not really fun to me. Not what I enjoy doing in the game. It's like last TVC when I got glaives, people got like actively mad at me that I had a rogue with glaives and didn't do arena. And people would get all upset with me like, what a waste of glaives for not doing arena. How can you not do arena? You're a rogue with glaives. It's like, bro, it's not very fun. So I'm not gonna, I don't want to do it because I don't enjoy it, because that's just not something I find fun. Do I need to kill the Witherbark Caller? It just says Witherbark Skull, which I definitely already have. I don't think I mean, I don't need to kill these sadists. I came in here for the quest turn-in right here and for the spiders. And I didn't get the quest drop off of the spiders that I want yet. Let me get this quest turn-in. Current quest. Okay. Return to Fel Zerul in Stonard. Okay. Jamalan the Prophet. Head of Jamalan. That's a quest for inside of the Sunken Temple. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, then we're back to Hinterlands Questing. And yapping about stuff. Mostly yapping about stuff, so think of some good things to yap about. I'll be right back. Alright, back to spider squishing. See if we can get lucky. Get the undamaged venom sac. Whenever a quest is like one quest item is all you need, I'm always worried because it's either like super common, easy to get, or it's super rare, like Laden Dewgland in Tanaris, where it's like you could sit there and you could kill 50 of those guys and not get the drop. You just have to get lucky. So I'm hoping we don't spend forever trying to find this undamaged venom gland, venom sac, whatever it's called. Ooh, look, my poisons are about to fade. Refresh all of those. 1, 2. Oh, my inventory is full also. Got worn junk boxes. Those can get destroyed. Banana bread. Goodbye. Poison up the dagger. Spider meat. Goodbye. Goodbye. Dust of deterioration. Goodbye. Dust of decay. Goodbye. Red rose is 1 silver. Goodbye. We'll make our way back to town, vendor stuff, you know, when we get a chance to. But for now, we're just going to delete some items and keep moving. Roll sweat is not very valuable. Okay, still no venom sac. Having these damage over time on me is kind of annoying. It makes it a little hard to sneak up on guys and ambush them. I was able to do it right there because I waited for a damage tick to occur. Then I entered stealth and was able to approach the mob, get the ambush off right before there was another damage tick to pull me out of stealth. You have to be extra careful in how you do the, you know, approach, how you time the approach to the mob when you've got that on you. There we go, undamaged venom sac. That's what we were looking for. We're in business. Let's go north to the Quel'danil Lodge. See if we can finish off killing all those stupid blood elves. Or high elves? No, they're high elves over there, not blood elves. Yeah, okay. High elves are, you know, linked to the Alliance. Blood elves are my faction. You know, that's Horde. We don't kill blood elves. I mean, unless they're ugly, then we kill them. Use Nug energy. No. All my add-ons and weak auras are listed on the Discord. And you can use the, I did the exclamation point add-on command, and it links, you know, explains how to find all that information on the Discord. Highvale Outrunner, almost dead. Paladin, level 49. Just vibing. Alright, let's see. What can we find here? Highvale Scout, dead. Alright, we gotta try to join a group with some people. Let's see, what is the name of the quest? Alright, we're in a group. Should help us secure the kills we need. Got the hunter, the shaman. We're crazy high level for this quest. Okay, well, whatever. A lot of mobs we gotta kill. I like doing my solo questing, but in this case, there's not enough mobs to go around, so yeah. We're gonna join a group, see if we can get it done a little quicker. XP is all XP. Well, the downside to joining a group is, you know, if I go out and I kill a mob, because I've got other people in my group next to me, I get less experience for it, because it divides the experience among the group. So, like, if I'm killing mobs at a way faster rate than the people I'm grouped with, it can be a detriment to my XP per hour, because, you know, I'm sharing that experience, you know, essentially carrying slower players with me, right? If they're killing faster than me, it's definitely a benefit for me. In this case, like, I'm just not too worried about the XP per mob or that stuff. I just want to get the quest credit so I can move on instead of fighting with them over the mob tags, basically. Quest has 60 mob kills in total required, which is an insane amount for one quest. I really just hope it gives, like, 7,000 experience or something. You know, make it worth it for that many mob kills. True, friends are a debuff, says Gingy. Yeah, that is true. Mathematically speaking, having friends is a debuff. I was hoping I was going to catch some mobs around here. They moved into that area. I moved over here. It's like they found some stuff, but I didn't. Yeah, this group is paying dividends, man. I mean, they're killing stuff when I'm wandering around finding nothing. Oh my god, I missed this mob. Okay, that's fine. Trying to join group. We're all working on the kill quest together. Night Elf? Yikes. Imagine playing Alliance. Alright, they convinced the Paladin to join. Highvale Scout, Highvale Marksman. Boom, got him. Is that a mob right there? I thought I saw it between the trees. Yeah, right there, Outrunner. Destroyed. Here's another one. No mobs over here, not right now at least. We can be along that edge. We're really covering most of the ground that's possible here. Highvale Ranger, 13 out of 15. How am I doing on the quest overall? 10, 9, 13, and 11. Oh, we're making good progress. I mean, we're over halfway done. Set up a cat to play WoW as a fishing bot legitimately. I think that would be account sharing. If you got your cat to play World of Warcraft for you. I think you could get banned for account sharing, probably. Those guys are covering over there. Cats aren't recognized as humans. Yeah, but they're probably better at World of Warcraft than some humans are. You know? So it could count in that way. Iron deposit. I'm not going to go all the way over there for the iron deposit, dude. Got a highly important quest to complete here. We could abandon the Rin G quest and escort him again just to make it spawn more mobs that we can kill. Good. Oh, here's a mob. Someone skull marked it. Okay. Sturdy junk box. Let's go. Ranger. Missed ambush. Awkward. There's mob over there. Can't mount there. Okay, can I mount here? Yes, okay. What are we at? 10, 10, 14, and 14. We need scouts and outrunners. Ranger, last ranger. What's this guy? Marksman? This is my last marksman. Okay, doing good. Outrunner. Outrunner. Ooh, scout over here. Okay, I've got aggro on this guy. I won't just run away. There, he's dead. Good. 12 out of 15. 3 more scouts, 3 more outrunners. There's a scout. That's a marksman. What's he doing? Fighting a scout. Okay. He's a paladin player. He doesn't understand. Wait, Wicked Mithril Blade bind on pickup? Blacksmithing pattern? Okay. Greed roll. There, 15 out of 15 on the scouts. What do we got now? 3 outrunners. Almost. And then we can move on. We can go over to Silvermane Howlers. Make our way back east towards the base. Our inventory, we're starting to have inventory problems, so we can't stick around for too long. Silvermane Wolf. Man, I think abandoning the Escort Rinji quest and just redoing it would have been a good idea. I should have done that like 5 minutes ago. Now I think we're like too close to the end of this quest. It's like I'm not going to bother with that. But that spawns, I think, a total of 6 mobs while doing the escort. 2 waves of 3 each. Iron, Mithril. I will go for the Mithril. Start a charity with hats for cats. Twitch cats in hats that get to change hats for profit. You can do that if you want to. Personally, I believe in dogs and not cats. Cats are the worst and dogs are the best, okay? So I wouldn't be involved in any such cats for hats operations. Dogs in clogs. Okay, it does look really funny when you put like socks or booties on a cat or a dog, and then they try to walk around and they walk around kind of funny. That is amusing. I think clogs would qualify. Alright, one more outrunner, then I'm out of here. Ranger. Don't need that guy. The outrunners are like on the edges of the territory, it seems. I'm just gonna double back along where Questy's telling me these guys can spawn. It's a scout. Maybe I should kill him anyways. He might share spawn with an outrunner. Bungled says you don't want this, Meowdy. Look, I've already dug my heels in. I've made my position clear. As an American, it's my right to never change my mind ever again. And I said dog's good, cat's bad. I'm sticking to it, okay? No matter what evidence is presented in front of me. Alright. That's it for me. Good luck, sir. Alright. Silvermane Howlers. And we can go over here. Vile Branch Soothsayers. We need to kill some of them, too. So we can kind of hit both of them if we go in this direction. Is that a Howler? Yeah, Howler right here. 6 out of 10. We need 4 of these dudes still. Stealth it up. Boom, ambush, 1,000. We still got Kings and Might from grouping with those Paladins. Very good. Howler, 7 of 10. Primitive Owl Beast. No, we need the Savage Owl Beast. God, we need 16 more Savage Owl Beasts. That's going to take a while. Brought up a very polarizing subject. Yeah, maybe, yeah, I mean, whatever. Deal with it. I'm still killing trolls in the hinterlands, and wolves, and owl beasts. Just eradicating everything in front of me, basically. As long as I have a quest to do so. The cat and dog issue is secondary to the eradication of the witherbark trolls, okay? Scalper. I already killed all the scalpers I need, but I need soothsayers. Yeah, right here, this guy. 6 more of them. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, there's a bunch of soothsayers here. This is perfect. Let's go this one first. Distract away. Energy tick. Ambush. 1,200 damage. Dude, that guy got obliterated. No. Got him. Feral Druid was going for it, too. Wasn't sure if I was going to get there first or not. Alright, well, I'm just going to kill this. And then we'll figure out what we're doing about those higher level dudes over there. Maybe I just prep Vanish. Go over here. Oh, whoops. Oh, my dagger isn't main-handed. There. Okay, I am out of combat. Yeah, I don't need to kill either of those guys. I'm just bailing. Not before I get this mithril deposit. That Alliance Druid can suck it, okay? If they die, they die, and I'm gonna have, you know, it's not my fault, dude. Definitely not my fault. Do you think rogues will be looked at as a class you only need one of in Anniversary? Or do you think rogues will have more spots in raids? I mean, yeah, any group that's, like, actually trying to optimize for performance is going to bring 0 to 1 rogues. Okay? That's the reality of it. If you're bringing if you're bringing more than that in a group, like, you're not, like seriously trying to optimize performance. Or like, if you have rogues that are beating most of your other players, it's like your other players are probably not very good. Rogue is a underpowered class in raids in PvE, like in Burning Crusade. Like, that's just the way it is. Gold vein. Let's go. Let's see, is there more stuff I can delete? Moonberry juice. And you know what? Like, if your goal is to clear the raids and have fun, like, you don't have to optimize for performance, right? Like, you can have multiple rogues and, like, the raids, you know, especially because it sounds like they're coming out post-nerf. Like, you don't have to have a raid optimized for performance, right? You can clear the raids with multiple rogues. That'll be fine. But you shouldn't delude yourself into thinking something like, you know, rogues are good or desirable inclusions when compared to other classes. The last Howler we need. Boom, 1200 ambush. Good. Oh, wait. Aggroed a Stalker there. Okay. Yeah, as someone who really enjoys Rogue, like, TBC is definitely my least favorite of the first 3 expansions. And, like, I like Rogue and I like raiding. And, like, it just ain't the expansion to do that. to do raiding on a Rogue. You know, you run into, like, extra difficulty. Talk to your boy Zyrene. Bro, Zyrene's been in here before. I've told him they should do some, like, minor buffs or changes for Rogue. And what I would say they should do for Rogue in Burning Crusade is they should make it so when you use Expose Armor against a non-player target, it lasts for, like, 2 minutes or 3 minutes or something like that. And this would not affect PvP at all, because make the clause of, like, make it work this way against a non-player target, so no impact on arena, and also it does not boost the, like, ceiling, the maximum performance possible you can get from a rogue. It doesn't really buff rogues in any way, because, you know, you're still casting Expose Armor, you just have to cast it less often. A rogue who wasn't casting Expose Armor in the first place doesn't see it, you know, is already doing more damage and isn't increased in damage by this effect. It just, all it really serves to do is make it less miserable to play an Expose Armor rogue. And I feel like that's not going to shake up the meta. It's not going to, like, devastate people's expectations of what classes are good. It's just going to make it less miserable for people who want to play Rogue to play Rogue. Bro, where are all the Savage Owl Beasts? I've been wandering around here looking for goddamn Savage Owl Beasts. And I can't find a single one. I wonder if they share spawns with these, like, Stalkers, and maybe no one's killing the Stalkers. I think I just gotta go back to town, cash in my quests, And then we'll try to, like, unboon world buffs and do the Jintha'Alor quest. I'll probably be 48 for that. That'll be good. We can just forget about these savage owl beast idiots for now. You know, if they're going to be that hard to find, I'm not going to find 16 more of them. Vanish. So, right. I think it'd be great if they made some minor changes to Rogue to make it less miserable to play, or just a little bit more damage, so, like, groups might want to include them. But it seems to me like they're really not going the route of class balancing for Burning Crusade Anniversary. They're really, like, dug in on their heels of, like, we don't want to mess up the established meta. We want things to be as players expect them to be. That kind of vibe is what I'm feeling from what Blizzard is doing with Anniversary, which is disappointing to me, but, you know, whatever. Oh my god, there we go. Can we get another Arcane Crystal? Just like the last small Thorium Vein I did. Gave me an Arcane Crystal. Blue Sapphire. Okay, that's not as good as an Arcane Crystal, but I'll take it. In PvE, make Rogue to put a dot on bosses for 3% increased physical damage. Yeah, they have that already. It's called Expose Armor. But the issue with Expose... One, like, that's the only reason you bring a Rogue to a competitive raid environment is Expose Armor. And playing Expose Armor, in my opinion, is not very fun. Because you spend over 50% of the time, you know, when you're executing your ability rotation, over 50% of the time is building combo points for the next Expose. And the Expose is so incredibly important to the success of the overall raid that you can't really play it in a way where you take some risks and chance, like, how much energy generation you're going to get in the next 15 seconds or whatever. Like, you have to guarantee with your gameplay decisions that Expose Armor is going to remain active all the time. And the problem with that, then, is basically, because you have to guarantee it, you can't really be flexible with your combo point usage, or, you know, play around a lot of random procs like combat potency, or whether or not you get ruthlessness triggers or something, where if you didn't have that rigid requirement of a 5 combo point expose every 30 seconds, you could be a little bit more flexible and make better utilization of the random events that happen. And it just feels bad knowing that you can't, like, risk Expose Armor dropping ever for even a second. Because it makes all those random things, like, just kind of stupid. That's a lot of experience. Message to the Wildhammer. This is the one. Only, it's the same amount of experience as the other quest. Okay. That quest had 60 mob kills required. And it gave me exactly the same amount of experience as every other quest.
Strength and honor. Farewell. Victory.
Alright, one more quest. We level up. Then I lockpick the junk boxes because my maximum lockpicking skill will be increased slightly because I leveled up. So I'll actually be able to skill up off of those. Let me see. I'm trying to find the last quest turn-in. I thought there... Wait. There not another quest turn-in? I thought there was another quest turn-in. Shit. Okay, well, I guess we just have to vendor stuff now. Clean up the inventory. Can't do the lockboxes just yet.
What are you looking for?
Fence cape. Yeah, I'm just gonna vendor that. Bear shield. Yeah, I don't think people are gonna buy a lot of shields. Troll sweat, thick leather hat, witherbark skull. Don't need those anymore. This thing, get rid of it. Flask of mojo. I'm gonna sell 10 strength, 10 agility glove, heraldic glove. Okay, I'm gonna equip that one. Vendor, the old one. Curved yellow bill, giant egg, vibrant plume. Get rid of this. The wolf meat, black vitriol, 10 silver to the vendor. Royal Amice of stamina, that sucks. Hickory pipe, mana potion, crochet boots. Most of this stuff sucks. Jouster's leg plates, plate with strength and spirit. That's going to the vendor. Thick leather gloves, wicked claw. Spider leg. Alright, the rest of this stuff, I think I'm going to mail to my bank alt. Please tell me there's a mailbox in this town. I think there is not a mailbox. Okay, hang on. Let me go my tracking. Wait, wrong thing. Yeah, okay, there is a mailbox. Yeah, right here. Simonize Bank. All this other stuff, I think, is worth trying to sell on the auction house instead of selling to the vendor. Okay, good. Now we will head out, do the higher level quests, the turtles and the Jintha'Alor stuff. So I'm going to unboon the world buffs to make that happen. In TBC, do gnomes still gain 3 levels on their engineering pets? I haven't played in a long time. I don't know about that. Alright, world buffs out. Usually I use the world buffs when I know I'm going to be fighting higher level enemies or enemies with more health. Because this build really suffers if the enemies have too much health, right? And you want ambush to be hitting for, you know, about 50% of the mob's health to be in a good situation for this build. So sometimes you need a little extra help to make that happen. Let's go with an agility potion and a troll's blood potion. Good. Sprint to the next turtle. These turtles are neutral, so I can go all the way up to them and then stealth ambush instantly. Yo, Jake and Bake Live says, we got any ideas about Phase 2 Chinese BIS list? You think it's Rod of the Sun King / Thunder Fury and sub-spec? In my BIS list I've been making, I've been not including legendaries just because I kind of assume that they're not realistic for a lot of people to get. Oh shit, cheap shot. But I do have some lists posted on my Discord in the Titan Reforge Bissless channel. I would bet Rod of the Sun King. You know, it's like Fang of Vosh, main hand, Rod of the Sun King offhand, so you can still do ambush. If you're not doing that, if you can get Thunder Fury, I would definitely equip that. And it's not obvious to me whether you would want Fang of Vosh plus Thunder Fury, or you would just give up on ambush and then play Rod of the Sun King plus Thunder Fury. Yeah, let me show you. I have them listed out. So, read here first, start section, Titan Reforged. BIS gear list for Rogue, Combat, and Mutilate. I do have some, I should change that pin. I have some subtlety lists, but my spreadsheet isn't super good at handling subtlety, just for reasons, whatever, the code is kind of messed up. So I'm not 100% confident on my subtlety lists, but I'm very confident on the Combat and Mutilate ones. Here I have Fang of Vosh, Rada Sun King for subtlety. But that's intentionally excluding legendaries, because I think most people ain't going to get those, so I wouldn't, like, plan around getting them. Heartraiser, yeah, Heartraiser is what I have for Assassination. I think the energy is really, really valuable for subtlety. It's like, one of the main, like, drawbacks of the subtlety build is it has no energy generation talents, so if you can get some energy from some other thing, I feel like that's going to be super valuable on subtlety. Whereas combat and assassination both have their own, like, energy generation talents. Snapjaw. Man, these people are killing all the turtles. Alright, well, we could go up here, do Cortello's Riddle, then we can go over there and do Rinji's Secret. Gamarita. So, Cortello's Riddle, this is a quest that starts in Stranglethorn Vale. You get a quest starter off of one of the pirate ships. And then you go to Dustwallow Marsh. And then from Dustwallow Marsh, I think you go to one other place. Swamp of Sorrows, then Dustwallow Marsh, then Hinterlands. And I think this is the end of the quest chain, getting this knapsack here. You know, 8,800 experience, definitely not bad. Waste of time quest. Yeah, well, I didn't go out to any of those places specifically and only for this quest. I went out to those places while I was doing a bunch of other things anyways. So I would say not a waste of time. A nice healthy XP boost when I was in those zones anyways. Alright, so we gotta go over here for Rinji's Secret. And on the way, maybe we try to get this turtle. Large lunch on the island. Oh, yeah, it's farther north. Oh, shit, yeah, okay, I should go there. Should I go there first? I'm kind of most of the way to Rinji's Secret, so let me go to this one. I did forget about Large Lunch. Thank you for reminding me, Chucku. We'll have to double back for that. Alcor's? Dude, does he have Alcor's Sunraiser? Ah, he's too low level to have Alcor's Sunraiser. Sword of Vengeance, Hanzo Sword, level 50. Stamina Aquamarine Signet? Okay, that's yikes. Imagine not having Aquamarine Signet of the Tiger with +8 agility. Couldn't be me, dude. I've had that since level 37. I think this sends you back to Undercity after this part. Scholar. Yeah, in the Undercity. Nice. Alright, that's another 6k experience. Our per hour rate is now 54,000. And, oh, we leveled up. I missed it. Talent point, Sinister Calling. 3% more agility, 1% more damage on hemorrhage. Soon, Shadow Step. At level 52, I'll have Shadow Step. I also have a new dagger, replacing the Gut Ripper finally when I get to level 52. I got the Shadowfoot Stabber, which is a BOE dagger, comes from Blackrock Depths. Oh, Jake and Bake, if you're still here, I have a comment about the next phase of gear in Titan Reforge. The lists that are on the Discord are like, you know, BIS lists, right? You know, excluding the legendaries, they're like the best stuff. They use a lot of, like, random offset items, right? They don't use hardly any of the Night Slayer set from the first phase. However, hanging on to the 4-piece Night Slayer set, I think is a very good idea, because you don't want to break that 4-piece until you have all 4 of the offset items you would want to use in place of them. And then even once you get all 4 of those offset items, it's only like half a percentage increase over just running 4-piece Night Slayer. So the strategy I'm going to use for my 2 rogues on Titan Reforge is I'm just going to minimum bid any offset item that drops. Because, like, to me, they're really low priority. If anyone outbids me, like, let them have it. I don't care. You know, I'm only going to pick those items up for minimum bid. Because they're, you know, 4 items together to be able to achieve a half a percentage increase over the stuff I already have. You know, it just seems like a bad deal in general. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. I don't think you heard that. Oh, well. Well, for anyone else playing Titan Reforge, there's a nugget of knowledge for you. prioritize picking up the tier pieces and the weapons, and don't worry about the belt, the bracer, the boot, what's the other one? You know, whatever, the other pieces. You think it would be hard to find a guild as Hunter that would prio me legendary bow in TBC? Probably too late on your alt. I mean, if you're coming up to a guild you haven't talked to before or haven't played with before, and you're like out of the gates like, I'm only gonna play if I get priority on the legendary bow, like they're probably just gonna tell you to kick rocks. Okay? Like realistically, if you're cold calling a guild, like I wouldn't hope for anything better than second prio, you know? Because they probably have a hunter, at least one person who wants to play hunter that's played with them for longer, that they're going to prioritize the item to. But if you come in and you say, like, look, you probably have a hunter you want to give first prio to, but I'd be happy with second prio. Is that a thing we can lock down right now? If yes, then I'd be happy to play in your guild. You know, I think that's a much more reasonable level of request. Maybe you can slide him a few Terracone under the table, switch prio with the other guy, yeah. That's another approach. It can work, or it can backfire. You know, it can backfire and get you kicked out of the guild for trying to bribe a you know, guild officer. You know, some people might not take too kindly to that. Turtle. We get a really good trinket from doing one of these quests. If we can do all these Jintha'Alor quests, it's going to be great. The quests are no longer elite. However, the mobs are still, like, you know, a bit higher level than me. So it's just, hopefully my world buffs carry me hard enough to be able to kill these mobs without too much trouble. But Jintha'Alor is a great leveling area. All of Hinterlands seems to be pretty good, honestly. What is this? Long, elegant feather. I'm killing more of these, birds. We're not going to worry about that right now, I think. Jintha'Alor time. God damn. Water. Double life stealing enchant on the weapons. I love that. Damn it, Rito. Don't need to kill him again. I think we got all of our turtles done. Yeah, all the turtles are done. So now it's just Jintha'Alor. I think we'll do the Jintha'Alor quest, turn him in, and then probably be done leveling for now. I mean, it's 4:05. Nax isn't for another 3 hours. Maybe we could find a Temple of AQ to join. Gulgaroob, AQ 20. No Temple of AQ right now. If we found a Blackwing Lair, I would do that too. I would take my rogue to Blackwing Lair. I'd respec the character, so I have a Mutilate build. I think I really want to do one Balestraz kill with a Mutilate build in the pre-patch, because I think Mutilate is the best build you can possibly use for Balestraz specifically. Balestraz is a very unique and special boss fight. Everyone in the raid gets a debuff that gives you unlimited mana, unlimited rage, and unlimited energy, which completely changes the balance of some characters. And, like, you know, that like really clearly it benefits rogues and warriors more than it benefits the mana classes. Like, no doubt about that. Rogues and warriors get a massive bump from that, way more than the casters do. And, you know, when it comes down to rogue, you stop thinking really about what abilities give you the best damage per energy, and you start thinking about which abilities give you the most damage per global cooldown, because you no longer have any restriction on energy. And that's where Mutilate comes into play. You know, Mutilate's a very high damage per global. Probably the highest that you can just spam on that boss. So I really want to try to do that once before the pre-patch is over. Oh, Feral, you're right. Feral is also good. Feral is also a energy class. I forgot about that. These guys are not as high level as I thought they were going to be. The quests are flagged as like level 50 quests. Maybe I'm just not high enough up in Jintha'Alor, and as I get to the higher levels, it's going to be... the mobs are going to go higher. But for now, these guys are easy to kill. Which is totally fine with me. Distract away. Oh no, I gotta wait for ambush energy. Boom. 1200. Healing wave? I don't think so. Vessel of Tainted Blood. Good. We don't really need to kill all these low-level dudes, but I kind of figure, like, if they're here, we might as well kill them. They're given experience. So we're not going out of our way to get any of these guys. We are going out of our way to pick up that quest item over there, though. Scroll of Stamina. I'll use that. Please. Good. This will be my third vessel out of 10. Good. And we go up to the next level. Up, up, up. Now we got Headhunters, Headhunter, Witch Doctor. Alright, I know at some point I have a kill quest here, but these are not the right types of mobs for the kill quest yet. They're not the ones I have to kill. Sprint, stealth through here. Headhunter. Go pickpocket them. But I don't really need the pickpocket stuff either. I just want to get the quest objectives. Let's go up another level. What we got here? Vile Branch Berserker. Oh yeah, the good trinket we're trying to get. Guard Captain. Yeah. Rune of the Guard Captain. 20 attack power and 10 hit rating. Really stellar trinket. Horde only. Alliance do not get like an equivalent trinket or anything. This is like a Horde unique reward. And it's like there's other like good items that Alliance get that Horde don't get. Like, for example, Alliance get a dagger off of their Onyxia attunement quest chain called Skilled Fighting Blade that gives bonus dagger skill, which is really nice. Very good item. You know, so that's a nice quest reward that they get that Horde don't get. Horde have to find their dagger skill elsewhere. Shadowcaster, Berserker over there. Okay, that's one we need. I got one shot. Damn, killing the Voidwalker. Oh no, it did. I just didn't see it. It was hidden. I was gonna say I thought it didn't give me my Remorseless buff, but it just was bumping into my XP bar up here. Excuse me. This guy's done, then we can get the vessel right there. That'll be number 6. Star Ruby. Okay, I'll take that. 50 silver. Get rid of all these clams too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Frees up some inventory space. Alright, seems like there's not too much on this floor. Oh no, we came up on the floor, we went right. Okay, there's more, yeah, there's more berserkers here. Never mind. Oh. Got him. Nope. It turned around right before I was going to ambush. Alright, so we need 10 berserkers in total. This guy, that's not too many. There, let's go to the other side of this wall, grab this berserker, then we'll push forward. Boom, 1200. Half his health, instantly gone. Got him. What's going on? What are we doing? Fine. Gangrenosa, hello. How's it going? See, that's what I was afraid of. Grouping up. Don't get the quest items. And they can't stealth around and do shit like I can. Oh well, whatever. Alright, I don't know. I think we're just gonna go our own ways. What am I in combat with? This guy, okay. Full racial, healing potion. 2 damage over time effects. We got the poison and the Shadowward Pain. Alright, get some mithril right here. Money in the bank. Mithril's going for about 20 silver to 30 silver per ore on my server right now. So it's not a lot, but definitely worth picking up. Good ambush. These shadow hunters, mana bar, easy mob to kill. You notice the ambush hits them and it takes away like so much of their health compared to the dudes we were killing before without mana bars. You know, it's a smaller percentage of their health. We're done on Shadow Hunters, actually. Don't need too many of them for that quest, only 5. Alright, Soul Eater on this level. That's good. Level 49. Also a mana bar mob. Go over there, get Blood Drinkers also. Is it just me, or did they reduce the number of mobs required for this quest in TBC? I feel like this used to be like a huge, huge kill quest. Now I'm seeing only 5 Blood Drinkers and 5 Soul Eaters required. Much less than I remember. It's half, says Stinkfist. Yeah, that sounds about right. $20 each? Yeah, honestly, I don't know. Maybe it was even more. Oh, it was 20 of each. Yeah, okay. Bungled's got the link. The proof. Number 9, Vessel. Oh, and there's the last one that I'll need right in that room. Oh, shit. I got too close, dude. I didn't think I was going to aggro that. Trying to just jump in there, do a little ambush. More than half. It was quartered. Yeah. Well, we needed 10x for some of the other mobs. Yeah, 10x for Berserker, but then only 5x for Hunter, Blood Drinker, and Soul Eater. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, the quest requirements were gutted. There's no doubt about that. Okay, that guy having trouble sneaking around these mobs. I mean, I'm level 48. I have 5 ranks of Master Deception, and I have Night Slayer boots. I thought I'd be a little bit more okay sneaking around a mob 2 levels above me, you know? But apparently not. Do I even need to kill the Amansazi guards? Oh, that's okay. That's for a different quest. I do have to kill the Amansazi guards. Okay. But not for the guard captain quest. Oh, look at this. Poison's about to fade. I'm gonna refresh them right now. 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Do I want to stay on this level? I think I just want to go to the top level. Go up again. Should be more of the same mob types, but then also have the Mansazi guards. No mobs in here, apparently. Oops. Didn't need to stealth. I kind of just assumed there would be mobs in here. Oh, I need to go into the wolf cage because I need to get Huntsman Malcor's skull. I think there's some other quests I need to do. I'll get them on my way out. Getting these pile of skull. There's a couple of these for this separation anxiety quest. Okay, there's only 2. Skull and bones. Maybe the bones are in the pit with the slime enemies, I think. It's like 2 floors down or something. Alright, so this guy's plus 3 levels on me. It's gonna be tough. Well, not Not like I maybe can't kill him type of tough, but like it's gonna take a lot more time than the other mobs. No mana bar either, so like this ambush is just not gonna do too much. Okay, my ambush missed. That's lame. Kidnapped Elder, Horn Tusk, job opening, Val Priestess Hex, Separation Anxiety, Hunt the Savages, that's Savage Owl Beast. I'm trying to think if there's any other quests that I'm trying to do, or if I have them all in my head of the ones that I'm supposed to do here. Boom, big ambush, that's what we like to see. Little slicey dice. Help us finish off Blood Drinker. This will be the last Blood Drinker I need. Wow, this quest is way more worth it to do now that it's way fewer mob requirements. I mean, you get that huge trinket, but sometimes, like, you know, when I be leveling up in vanilla on rogues, it's like, man, it's such a chore. Can I get any other trinket that's, you know, also good? Or should I go there, do that? But, like, man, now that it's way less requirement, it's like, yeah, just get it. Just get it. It's a great quest to do. No real argument about, like, oh, it takes too much time. Hitya the Keeper to get the Shackle Key. Okay. That's fine. Alright, there'll be a bunch of Amansazi guards in here. I think the play is going to be... Fine, okay, we'll group up with this person. I was going to say just stealth to the end. Oops. Not stealth early enough. No ambush opener for me. Resisted. Resist means the pickpocket failed. Miss means the ambush failed. Pickpocket doesn't miss, it resists. Ambush doesn't resist, it misses when it fails. So, depending on the fail message, you know which ability it is that failed. Alright, we're out of here. Actually, we're out of here after I mine this thorium. They need to get a skill off of it? Oh, I guess not. No egg quest? I don't have the egg quest. So we just need Vile Priestess, Hex. And then we're out of here. Resisted Pickpocket, unlucky. Yeah, look at that. We had basically the whole zone covered in quest icons. Now look at it. Finished them all up. Yeah, okay, we got a bow. Excellent. All done here. Good luck. Guess we just need to hit this thing, then technically I'm all done. How much farther into 48 are we going to get from turning in all the Jintha'Alor quests? Let's see. I thought I was going to get down to the lower level more easily going this way. Yeah, right in here. Huntsman Malcor's bones. Okay. Probably aggro's this other slime. You know what's funny? Slime mobs are pickpocketable. Not a mob you would guess has pockets to pick. But slime mobs across the world of Warcraft can be pickpocketed. There we go. Now we're done with Jintha'Alor. Let's go back to town, turn in a bunch of quests. Actually, what's this over here? Undamaged Venom Sac? Wait a second. Did my Undamaged Venom Sac have like a limited timer on it? And it went away? Oh no, I definitely did that quest before. I didn't realize it. That must be what happened. I didn't realize that. Oh, we gotta go get it again. The whole mob is one big pocket. Just think for a few seconds what picking its pocket realistically entails. I mean, I don't think you can pickpocket a slime mob without the mob noticing. Okay? Because what you're like reaching into the slimy body of the mob to pick out a object suspended in the slime. It's impossible. You can't do that without it noticing, okay? No way. Is this Crash Bandicoot? No, this is Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. Alright, frick the undamaged Venom Sac, unfortunately. We're not going to do that, at least not right now, we're not going to do that. I think I'm going to put the world buffs back in the bottle. Save the rest of them for later, as soon as I leave combat here. There we go. Oh, please don't aggro me. Good. Good, good, good. Thought it was going to interrupt my world buff thing. Alright, there's a few quests left here, but we knocked out the majority of the zone, that's for sure. ZG, AQ20. Do I have Blackwing Lair on my filters? Let me see. Core, Naxxramas, Onyxia are the ones I'm removing. Yeah, okay, so Blackwing Lair's there. There's just no Blackwing Lair pugs or Temple of AQ pugs forming right now. Alright, this is the best part of questing. The quest turn-in spam at the end. Separation Anxiety. This one sells for gold. I'm gonna take that one. Then we can go on the docks and turn in the turtle quests. Over here, see what we get off of that. I think we get a fishing rod, which I will put in my bank and probably never use. Nat Pagel's Extreme Angler, 25 fishing skill. Yep. That'd be nice if I cared about fishing. I don't. Lard's lunch. Lard lost his lunch. Large special picnic basket. Okay, what is in this? Schematic sniper scope? I feel like that would be good if it wasn't TBC pre-patch right now. Alright, what do we got? Offhand, intellect, and spell power, or a 5 agility, 4 stamina bow. Do I want that over 7 hit rating? I don't actually know if I want that over 7 hit rating. I feel like I really hate it when ambush misses. 7 hit rating gives me 0.91%. I think I'm going to keep the hit rating, honestly. Dark Vessels. A wand. Okay. Vile Priestess Hex and her minions. Woven Ivy Necklace.
Thanks for all the content, Simon. Hopefully this will be a great year for the show and look forward to continued watching.
Cpot, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you for 3 months of support on the channel. It says, thanks for all the content, Simon. Hopefully this will be a great year for the show and look forward to continued watching. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Glad you're liking the show. Thank you for your support and hope you're having a wonderful day. You're going to be around for a little while. We've got Naxxramas starting in about 2.5 hours. Naxxramas on my main rogue trying to get King's Fall Dagger. Woven Ivy Necklace. Yeah, that's what we're going for. Seems like not a huge upgrade over what I've currently got, but I'll definitely take it. You know, it's 15 attack power total, but 9 of it comes from agility, so it's a little bit of critical strike in exchange for a little bit less attack power. And this is the real prize. Rune of the Guard Captain, going from no trinket to a trinket with 20 attack power and 10 hit rating. So I've got 2.21% hit chance now. Very good. Okay. Geez, look at how close we are. We just got to go out, kill a couple turtles, then we'll get level 49. Isn't strength 2 attack power? No, it's not. It's 1. It's 2 attack power for warriors and paladins and maybe bear druids. But for rogues, you have 1 attack power from each point of strength, 1 attack power from each point of agility, and each point of agility also gives you a little bit of critical strike chance. Shaman also? I don't know about Shaman. Alright, so we gotta kill like 3 of these dudes and then we'll level up. 325? Wait, actually, maybe we only need to kill 1 more. Yeah, okay, probably 1 more, then we level up. Boom, 851. So this should help us a lot with having our ambushes miss less often, which is great. I mean, ambush missing is pretty miserable. Sinister Calling, rank 3. So we're going to hit 50, 51. Those are both going to go into Sinister Calling. Then 52, we're going to get Shadow Step, and we're going to get a new dagger I've lined up already. The Shadowfoot Stabber comes at level 52. So that's going to be a big boost. This Shadow Step, teleport you to the enemy, give you a move speed bonus. That's not always very important, sometimes important, but teleport you to the enemy and make your next ability do 20% more damage. That's going to be the ambush. The same ambush that's hitting for, 1100 damage right now will be hitting for 3210. 3211. Yeah, 1, 3, whatever. It'll hit for 20% more damage, which is a huge boost off of a single talent point. And we can lockpick all these dumb boxes now and potentially get lockpicking skill ups now that we've leveled. Actually, we leveled twice from last time I picklocked boxes. So we have 10 points to gain here. If we get up to 250 lockpicking skill, that's enough to be able to unlock the next tier of junk boxes, which I think is called heavy junk box. The level 51 to 60 range. And then you got to get to 300 to unlock the Burning Crusade ones that are called strong junk box. Actually, I have a mailbox full of these things. Yeah, I'm not capped off on skill yet, but, as I level up a little bit more, I'll be able to cap out the skill because I have these kind of saved up. I was pickpocketing these before I had enough lockpicking skill to even unlock them, so I was just sending them off to my bank alt. You see, I have a lot of sturdy junk boxes here. Alright, let's go. Simonize Bank. What are we sending? Sniper Scope recipe. We had a hammer recipe before. Oh, I must have sent that already. Star Ruby, Mithril Ore, Thorium Ore, Mage Weave. That goes to a vendor. Flask of Mojo can go to the bank alt. Mage Weave, Mage Weave. Roll Sweat, Essence of Pain. Violet Tragon, Turtle Meat. Trying to see if there's anything else good that I want to try to sell on the auction house rather than sell to a vendor. I don't think there is. I think that's all the good stuff. So let's hit the vendor. This guy over here, he can do a little repair for us, and then we can also just ditch a crapload of bad items. Oops. There we go. Roll Sweat, Black Pearl, Clam Meat, Dust of Decay. Get rid of that Highland Bow. Flask of Big Mojo. Got it. Cookbook. Roll Sweat. Do I need a 14? I could probably put the 14 into my bank, so we'll keep it. That down there. Roll Sweat, we're keeping. The fishing pole, that's going to end up in the bank also. It's Cape. Might as well sell the necklace. Low level healing potion, don't need that. Turtle meat, get rid of that. Okay, we're good. Did I repair from this guy? There we go. Okay, level 49. I think our next stop should be Searing Gorge. Probably Searing Gorge. Maybe I should visit a rogue trainer first. Go to Hearthstone to Orgrimmar, hit the rogue trainer, then Zeppelin to Gromgall, and then go from Gromgall up to Searing Gorge. That seems like a okay plan. I don't know if there's anything important for me to train at level 48, so we're just gonna find out.